He didn't just break hearts, he shattered lives, one message at a time. Jason Porter isn't a celebrity. He's not a household name, but he should be because his romance scam might just be one of the most elaborate, twisted, and dangerous cons in recent history. One man, dozens of women, hundreds of thousands of dollars, fake names, fake photos, fake cancer. And the most chilling part, he's still not behind bars. How did Jason Porter manage to build a digital empire of lies and drain victims emotionally, psychologically, and financially? Buckle up, this is the Jason Porter romance scam, and it's far darker than anyone expected. Welcome to the Hidden Dossier, where we uncover the secrets others are too afraid to tell. Subscribe for thrill. Today, we're diving into the scandal that's been whispered about in forums, private Facebook groups, and tear-filled support circles for years, but only now is getting the attention it deserves. This isn't just a case of online manipulation. This is emotional fraud on a cinematic level. Jason Porter built a fictional life so believable, so emotionally manipulative, that it fooled educated, successful women into handing over money, love, and years of their lives, all while he operated from behind a screen. And this wasn't a one-time scheme. It was a carefully engineered system of seduction and betrayal. Let's break it down. The perfect digital lover. Jason Porter understood one thing better than most. Loneliness is a business opportunity. He targeted women primarily on dating sites and social media, widows, divorcees, single mothers, career women, women looking for connection, trust, and emotional intimacy. He presented himself as the perfect man, handsome, successful, widowed father, former military, deep, spiritual, emotionally available. He shared photos of a charming suburban life, kids, faith, volunteer work, but it was all fiction. The photos were stolen from someone else. The kids weren't his. The military background, made up. His online conversations were layered with intimacy-building techniques, love bombing, shared tragedies, and future promises. In mere weeks, women thought they'd found their soulmate. Then came the twist. The illness, the ask, the hook. Once trust was fully earned, Jason would drop the bomb. He had cancer. Stage 4, rare, terminal. He didn't want pity, just prayers. Women were devastated. They offered support. They sent gifts. They cried over video calls. And then he'd confess something. His medical bills were piling up. His insurance had lapsed. He needed help, but was too proud to ask. But now, since they were soulmates, could she wire just a little money? 300, then 200, then 7,000, just to cover treatments. In most cases, the amounts ballooned. Women wired tens of thousands, maxed out credit cards, took out loans, all because they believed they were saving the man they loved. Some even believed they were saving their future husband. The breakdown begins, but eventually things didn't add up. Porter would disappear for days. Excuses would shift. Medical documents looked odd. Voice calls were always glitchy. And when one victim hired a private investigator, the truth came crashing down. There was no Jason Porter, no military record, no medical crisis, just a man with multiple burner phones, fake profiles, in a system that cycled through women like products. The victims began finding each other through blog posts, online communities, and sadly, police reports. What they uncovered was a network of deception spanning multiple states, possibly even multiple countries. Jason had used different aliases, different sob stories, different bank accounts, and yet the same emotional blueprint. He repeated the same script, and it worked nearly every time. Legal gray zones and systemic failure. Here's where it gets controversial. Despite the emotional devastation and financial ruin, Jason Porter still hasn't faced serious legal consequences. Why? Because in many jurisdictions, romance fraud exists in a gray zone. He didn't technically steal, he coerced. He didn't break into accounts, he asked for access. There was no physical assault, just digital manipulation. Victims were put. You gave him the money willingly. You were in a relationship. There's no proof of criminal intent. This is where the system fails women. and especially older women, time and time again. Jason Porter didn't just exploit emotions. He exploited the law itself, and he's not alone. According to the FBI, romance scams cost victims over $1.3 billion in 2022 alone, and that's just the reported cases. Jason Porter is a symptom of a much deeper sickness, a system that punishes emotional vulnerability and protects digital predators. The human cost. Beyond the numbers, this story is about pain. One woman lost her retirement savings. Another lost custody of her children due to the financial spiral. Some tried to end their lives. Others still check their phones, hoping Jason was somehow real. This isn't just a scam, it's psychological warfare. Jason didn't just lie. He manufactured fake love, fake trauma, fake death. He pulled people into an emotional simulation and then gutted them when they were most vulnerable. And because he never used violence, he's still walking free. Some say he's a master manipulator. Others say he's a monster in disguise. But there's one thing everyone agrees on. Jason Porter destroyed lives, and the world barely blinked. Jason Porter may never face justice, but his victims deserve to be heard, and the next potential target deserves to be warned. Romance fraud is real, it's growing, and it thrives in silence. If this story shook you, don't scroll away. Like, share, comment. Let people know Jason Porter's name. Let people know how easily love can become a weapon. And most importantly, subscribe to The Hidden Dossier, because the next big lie is already being written, and we'll be here to expose it.